welcome back. You're tuned into the EuroLeague broadcasting live from Helsinki, Finland. We are coming up to the fourth match of the weekend here. It will be between Malsch from Germany and Tutsina from Denmark. Both of these teams have had very good performances in the EuroLeague. They have not been with the league the whole time, and they have got so many games, but the 15 games that Tutsina has played, they have won 10, had 2 draws, and 3 losses. They have scored 31 goals and surrendered 15, so a positive differential of 16 goals. Tutsina, I'm sorry, that was Malsch. Tutsina have played 12 games, and they have won 11 of them and had 1 draw. And they have outscored their opponents 38-3 in total, a goal differential of 35. The two teams have met once, and it ended with a win for Tutsina, and that was in Krefeld. It ended 2-1 in favor of Tutsina. So, looking forward to the next match now, and the teams are coming out. Hello. In the match coming up between Malsch and Tutsina, permit me to introduce to you, wearing blue for Malsch, number 2, Sascha Buschner. Number 3, Marcel Schultz. Number 4, Martin Schottmüller. Number 5, Jens Dingel. Number 6, Georg Dorninger. Number 10, Jochen Schottmüller. Number 11, Mikael Wiesel. Number 13, Christian Stobak. And wearing number 14, the captain, Christian Provold. Number 15, Alexander Wicht. Number 23, Colin Leibel. Number 24, Matthias Otten. And in reserve, number 12, Johannes Wiesel, and number 42, Fabian Weideli. The team is coached by Jochen and Martin Schottmüller. On the other side of the pool, wearing white for Tutsede, number 2, Lars Wikström Greve. Number 4, Lars Bramskov. Number 5, Martin Run. Number 6, Jörn Hansen. Wearing number 7, Kim Tonsberg Christensen. Number 8, Bonjek Hertz Pedersen. Number 9, Jakob Nedergaard. Number 12, Søren Juel Brun. Number 13, Sven Erik Andersen. Number 14, Mats Jakobsen. Number 15, Peder Putzholm. Number 18, Lau Schultz. And in reserve, number 1, Nikolai Mossing Madsen. Number 3, David Ladegård. And number 10, Henrik Baby Nielsen. The team is coached by Lars Wikström Greve and Mats Jakobsen. The referees this match, I will quickly name them. On deck, Janne Lindell, and in the water, Kaiser Lindman and Jyrki Muta. Okay, Janne, I don't know if you followed the last season, but there's a lot of excitement in this.
Sure.
You know about this?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I think that these could be the two best teams, or
right.
close to the two best teams.
Right.
The thing about Malsch is the number 2 team in Germany.
Right.
And they have quite a few very tough players. I mean, these are experienced guys: Schottmüller, Dingel, etc. Staubach. This is a very tough team.
Yeah.
And they didn't get to play out the whole season because they refused to go to Turkey for political or ethical reasons.
Right.
So that meant that the season didn't end normally.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a disappointment for Malsch, because they have a very good team. They wanted to find out how high they could go in the league. But they were demoted to the bottom. But they should have had to compete in a qualification round. Mm-hmm. But there weren't enough teams to do a qualification round. Okay. So they got back in anyway.
Right.
And Tutsede qualified to get into the league, and they won everything that they played pretty much. So this should be a very tough match.
I was watching their lineup here, and I must say that all these, it's difficult. Tutsede.
Yeah.
I was watching these guys. Look that they're really in good shape physically. It's like pure muscle.
Yes.
It seems that they have practiced a lot, and of course it was a surprise. I was watching these games, then following the last year's EuroLeague, and it came as a surprise that a team that would qualify
could
win the whole league.
Season.
So it certainly was a surprise. Of course, I don't actively follow Danish league or the German league. So
I think that one of the things that you could say about that is that they are very goal focused on the goal of being a top team, and it's not an accident. You don't win this kind of competition just because you got lucky a whole bunch of times.
I was watching the two lines up while they
so
were waiting.
the whole thing is that the German style is somewhat like beta, that they come out from above and they come in. They like to spin round when they hit the goal,
right,
and then pass down, and they can move the ball down, over, and to score.
Yes.
But against Tutsuna, that may be not so easy to do because they have a pretty powerful offense themselves.
Right. Do you know, by the way, how many teams they have in the national leagues in Germany and in Denmark?
I don't know. Germany has a lot of teams, but if we look here at Tutsuna, see Wikström, Christensen, Pedersen, they're missing Wieland, their star player.
Okay.
So he's somebody they should depend on or he can help them to win games, but he's not here.
Yeah, it's always really important to have few of these stars. The players that can make difference in hard times. And
if their arms are really long, they reach the goalie before the goalie can reach them.
Exactly. When it's a tough game, it takes little details, little more effort from one individual player would change the game. And now the players are ready.
They're ready.
Referees are ready. There is so much testosterone here that I can even smell it. I think they.
Well, what do you smell? Chlorine.
Chlorine and testosterone. So I think this. If I look the benches, they are really serious. The guys, they are not laughing, they are not chatting. They are really concentrated in this game now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So off we go. 2 times.
They reached the ball
minutes.
at the same time, basically. But Tutsuna managed to get it.
Quite a wrestle in the beginning. Okay, the Germans were able to get it.
The top German players, they are really good at holding on to the ball around everywhere. They a vice-like grip.
Yeah. What do you think about the World Championship? It's is it in 1 year time now?
I will go.
Yeah. And what do you think? What about these teams? Which countries are going to be the toughest?
I think Denmark is a top contender, and I think Germany could be, but they need to have more flexibility in their tactics and strategy, so that if you are playing the same game all the time, people know what to do.
Right.
And that creates.
Okay, but now they seem to have the control. The first minute, we are off 1 minute already in this game, and now and actually quite excellent opportunity to score.
Yeah, but I told you they like to come in from above, pass down to the player, and that's what they did. So.
Yeah. Wrestling the service. Okay, fast one. No, there was a defender in his position. Because
Staubach,
seeing how fit and the white team, the Dutserne was, I was thinking to myself whether they are very. Look at that. Ooh, it was a tough one. I wonder if they are gonna play with this attacking tactics, so 5-1, or how it's gonna be with them. Let's see how much.
Well, so far we see that. Here's a good moment for Marsh. These are two really top clubs. There's no.
Nice move. He took the ball to the other hand and then immediately passed it. But unfortunately,
Riso takes it.
Again, a nice one. Now he should see his teammate. He did, but the German was quickly reading that pass.
I'm not hearing you. Maybe the battery's out. But you can hear me. That's
yeah,
what counts.
I can hear you. Yes. Nobody's on the bottom. They
quite intense pace here. Now Tutsuna has a chance. They're
straight to the back. Straight to the back. Yes.
Yeah.
The goal, and they are happy with it. The whole team is shouting. I could see that coming because the goalie was back facing directly to the attacker, so the goalie was in a very bad position at the time it happened.
It was.
I wonder why he was like that. Let's see like this. It's his style, just that he likes to be in that position. Strange, really strange, the position of the goal here.
He should have spun round.
He didn't really read the game well. He should have seen from where he was coming, and he should have been able to turn around. Now he was back to the attacker, and it was really easy for the forward to put it in that position. The first try and a goal. That was a really cold.
It was too easy to make a space there.
Yeah. And the goalkeeper really he didn't know where the ball was, and he was facing backwards in a very strange position. I know that in EuroLeague, I've heard of it. I have heard comments that many goalies in the EuroLeague have their backs towards, pointed out for some reason, and I would say it's not very typical, but somebody does it. And there must be a good reason, these are the top players in the world, so they know what they're doing. But that, for me, that goal seemed too easy to put in.
I think they should spin. Spinning it makes a big difference. Yeah. So you see he's out facing the outside also. So
yeah.
I'm not a goalie, so it's hard for me to talk about this position with authority. It's a difficult position.
It is a difficult position. I'm a defender myself, but often I have played also as a goalie in our team. The forward is the one that I really hardly ever play, and I don't like it. It takes the most stamina you need in that position, really.
I'm playing forward, so
right. So about it.
For me, it's easier because mentally, what you don't know how to do becomes tiresome. It's more difficult. So.
And actually, it's strange that certain players in certain teams have a sort of roles. So, for instance, for myself, I don't score that many goals, but many times I'm the one that is assisting the goal. So different players have sort of roles and the way to play the game. Another thing what I don't hardly ever do is that I go to these wrestling matches, scrums that last for 20 seconds. I don't do those.
You avoid it. Yeah.
I want to make a move to get away from that situation faster.
That's
have the ball, let the ball move fast to be able to not end up with that situation that I have to track the ball. And now we are the Tutserne end. This has been like few minutes already on this side.
Yes.
The
so.
Germans.
We could say that Malsch is pressing, although they have not really got so close to the goal, but it's Malsch possession. But they're They're down 1-0, so
Yeah, well, of course they must do it, but now it seems again a good.
they have a very good
here,
position now. Very
really
good, excellent
position. The only
If they
thing
could
that
just
if
get
they
the
could
ball
pass on the other side, but
so the two players who were down there, their dive didn't end up with the result.
no.
But
It was a good try. It was
a
well
good-
arranged
Oh,
situation.
now they hold on to the ball, and
And what I've seen now that the Malsh, they are not changing. The same guys have now attacked for. Now one guy is coming to a change. The number 6 from Malshais, Mr. Dahringer. He's going into the pool just now, jumped in.
so he worked very hard to try to get by the back there, and now they kick it out. Still, Malsh. Oh, now they
Excellent
got
pass, but at the same time the defender was there. Quite aggressive one. Well played. Can he maintain? Yes. Now it's 2-1. Dutserne should be able to get away with. Let's see. Okay, now it's in the little bit more space. Many people swimming on the surface. I can see outside the screen now that many people are on the surface. Now again diving. There was a moment that maybe close all the players were on the surface for a moment. So we have had one Dutserne try on goal and 1 goal. So let's see what happens now. They are again here in the Malsh side, in the safety corner,
Yeah,
perhaps waiting for.
I think it was interesting to see that Wikström, Greve, he came lying on his back, looking up, so he could see all the threats, and that's something that the junior players also need to study.
Exactly,
you get the ball,
yes.
turn upside down so you can
down
see
to see the ball,
if you're going to be attacked.
Definitely.
And the Malsh players, they are good at it as well.
I have noticed that since I've started to coaching youngsters maybe 5 years ago, that I learn more from the underwater rugby, because we have to go with these children, 10, 11-year-old. We have to go to the basics, the really basics. You start to teach and think about these really basics of the game. So you learn yourself also in this process.
Yeah, of course. It's the coaches should see that the basics are not being done, and that's what you have to practice. So.
But the thing is, today what we've seen so far is that there is no any bad players in these games.
No.
These are top guys, all of them. No.
And they're coming fast now over to the top, behind the back, but it was picked off between the legs.
Yes, between the legs, a nice move. And that is, these kind of movements, they are so important. So you keep the ball moving. If you don't move, then somebody is grabbing around your arms, and then it's a wrestling match.
There are 2 types of movement. Also, one is the movement of the arms with the ball, and then also your body physically. Are you swimming?
Exactly.
So if you twist and move the ball at the same time.
Now there is some rule has been it comes from the holding. It's
so they've awarded a free throw to Malsh.
Malsh, yes. Here we have the same referees as that do the Finnish leagues, so I must say that we appreciate their effort to this sport.
Yeah, Janne Linde has been a referee for a long time.
And he would spend maybe more than half of the weekends in his year refereeing underwater rugby, whether it will be the second league, the division. And now what has happened? Now what has happened? There is a referee. What the referee is talking to one of the players. 2 minutes, I think. Penalty for Dutserne. 2 minutes penalty.
It's one of the Malsh players got a 2 minutes, or
no? It's Dutserne. It's number 9.
Jan
Nedergaard.
Okay, Jakob Nedergaard.
And Dutserne is taking the timeout.
It was roughing, or
maybe you should go and check it out. I couldn't hear the reason.
I'll just keep talking while I walk down. So
sure. It's a 2 minutes timeout for Dutserne. They got the penalty now, so Davral is going down to find out the reason. Actually, we are commentating quite a bit away from the pool side, so we cannot really hear what the referees are speaking. White team's coach is giving some instructions.
It was unsportsmanlike conduct. That was the call.
Okay.
So
it means
2 minutes. That will give it
roughing in a way. Yes, it's good that those are taken out from this sport. It's important to avoid any accidents happening, any unnecessary injuries and bad feelings. You know, we must have a good sportsmanship in this sport. So now we have 5 Tutserne players. They are in one goal lead. There is one number 9 got that one. Jakob Nedegård got. He's a goalkeeper.
So power play. Here's
it's
another
a power.
term.
Yes, it's power play. Is the right term. Yes.
In favor of
Malsh. Yes. And it starts with the free throw at the Dudersen coast. Here we go.
I think Malsh will score.
You think so?
I think they have a good chance.
Let's see. Okay, there is actually
they enjoy a player advantage, and they got to breathe, and now you see they're attacking the goal already. Long pass.
Excellently defended by the legs, but the Germans still get it. Malsh passing the ball.
Of course, these guys from Tutserne, they're big, so
yes.
you really have to have a smash in.
And they are in good physical condition. I could see the guys that they looked like they had done a lot of training. Maybe not only in the pool, but also lifting weights and.
In this situation, the missing player will be compensated for by faster changes.
Yes. And there is another error that has been made. It's played against the mask, so someone had touched the mask. Free throw for Tutserne.
Attacking the equipment, grabbing masks.
Grabbing the mask. Mm-hmm.
Well,
so
that's
this
good
is
news.
important for Tutserne. Now they can, it was maybe a minute or even more in their power play, and they need these lungs now. They get rest, so to say. So this was a bad thing for. Yeah. And as you can see, they don't take any rush to give this ball. So they take their time getting the ball from the bottom.
They can breathe.
Yes. They can breathe. They can load their batteries. So it was really important for them to get this one.
And they probably, of course, will not try to score. They will go to the corner and try to hold on to the ball.
Just to have the possession of the ball and try to have it with their own team. But surely it's not going to be easy. 50 seconds
now
still to go with the power play.
The power play is being killed off. It's very physical here.
It is. Big boys now fighting. Let's see.
And the referee really can't see if you don't have air or not. They can't see inside your lungs. They don't know. So
now the Malsh comes.
But Malsh managed to get the ball back again and over.
So now it's
behind the back.
Excellent pass, but he wasn't in the perfect position, and the goalie was really on the spot there.
Provald. Oh, he punched it out. Otten got it. The nice play there.
Nice passes. Really nice pass again. And it's important that they maintain the Tutserne players doing the defense sequence, so they can get away with it easier.
And is the penalty over?
It's already over. Yes. Just now. So now we are
Tutserne
6 against
full strength.
Full strength.
Staubach.
or 10. They are giving pressure now to do Cernén, but let's see. If it continues like this, it's 2 minutes 20 seconds away from the halftime. It continues like this, they still may have a chance during this halftime to score.
Equalize.
But they really now have to push for it. And of course, it's always the danger of the counter-attacks. It seems that these are really fast. Oh, that was a lousy pass.
Yeah. I don't know what he was thinking there. That maybe he didn't maintain his grip on the ball before he passed it.
You can see with these players, when they get the pass through, they immediately turn with the ball and take the cover with their own body.
Yes.
The ball. This is something really important in underwater rugby. That with these games, you have hardly 1 second to think about it, or even less than that. So it must be more
automatic.
A reflex, an automatic reflex that you cover the ball with your body.
The longer you play the game of underwater rugby, the more you can protect the ball automatically.
Exactly. Now, excellent moment.
Yeah. Oh.
Can they pass the ball? The defender was in the bad position for a while, but now they had got it important in their own end to cover the ball. 1 minute, 10 seconds away from the halftime. Wrestle on the surface. Again, I see that all the Tutserne players are in the attacking end. The goalkeeper is in the midfield. Quite a while they stay on the surface waiting. Maybe even 10 seconds the goalkeeper.
Well, this is definitely to the advantage of Tutserne now, because they've got they're killing off the clock.
Yeah, half a minute away.
And now Malsh has the ball. They have half a minute to try and...
Yes, excellent passing here. Strong passes, accurate passes. Again, he got the ball. It was half a second that he had covered it. And again, you know, how many passes there were within 5 seconds, 10 seconds, maybe 5 or more.
You could see the work ethic here, that the player who has the ball, when they get hit, they continue to swim, to push.
Mm-hmm. Now, okay, it's halftime. So here we are. Halftime. It was, I would say, it was really tough. It looked really, really fast, really physical. I think perhaps the best underwater rugby. Like you mentioned, these are perhaps the top teams, and I could really see that there was the tempo in the game was really high. It was much higher than the game we'd see before.
And the physical pressure of these big guys.
Yes. The way they protect the ball, the way they control the ball, it was really good quality.
I know that if you ask the Tutserne players, did you feel the pressure around the goal? They will say we had it under control. Mm-hmm. They will say that because you have to believe in yourself.
Yeah. The goal, though, it came easy, I would say. The goalkeeper, he wasn't watching. He did not know exactly what was to come, and he had his bottom side, the back side, directly to the way where the attacker was coming in. So it was.
He
sort
had
of
his hands behind shielding.
Yes,
but it didn't help.
It does not help at all. Not at all. Maybe half a second before it came, he noticed that there was somebody coming, but it was too late. He couldn't put forces with his legs, and he should have turned around.
That's one difference between a very large goalkeeper and a smaller goalkeeper, because the smaller goalkeepers, they have no luxury of depending on
the body weight.
Oh.
Yeah. Are we gonna have some statistics?
back again, and we agree this is a really tough match at a high level, really good stuff, and
here we go. Tutserne wins this time the start ball. That a pointless pass, easily picked up by Malsh.
Malsh swimming across the pool to try, and Wiesel, he made a pass that was picked off, and now Tutsner has control of the ball over on the side.
As you can see, you don't have much. You don't have the time. You just, once you get the ball, you have basically maybe half a second to decide what to do with it. So it's.
Well, these guys they like to find a spot, and if they see nobody's there, they will try to wait for the team like this, waiting.
The Malsh defender did a clever deal. He didn't go all the way to his position.
Very good.
Excellent. And again, did you see that two-hand pass he made like this? So it's really strong, actually. One who can do it.
And they get it out, of course. I knew they would. I thought they would. But can they get it over to the goal now?
Let's see.
Tutsner's
so you can just imagine how difficult it is to get to the other end. So they must get the sequence, defense
They take the corner first. No, he goes for the goal. Pushing.
All by himself. Able to drop it down.
And Wiesel's on the other side. Wiesel goes out again. That's a very good sign. When you have that position and you can't get the ball, you have to leave. You have to get back into the game. And they take it away. That was a classic. One arm on the ball.
Yeah. No, the referees has called it off. Maybe the players haven't heard it properly. Somebody kept playing still.
This is.
What is happening now? Is there some fighting going on or what? The other referee has some problem with this. So a free throw for
Called against Malsh. Their emotions are running high here. This has become a hard game.
It is. Here we go.
Wow, he's
super fast. Great pass. Well protected by his body.
Very good.
Look at that. The goalie again. The goalie again in the position that you just could swim from the backside, which is really, in my opinion, it's really, really dangerous to be in that position.
But now it could be that Tutsner will score. That they're pushing.
Possibly. Now on the other side, look at that.
He's
able to pass. He's looking for it.
I think that was.
It was a good, worth trying. Yes. The only problem was that the player on the other side was too close to the goal. He should have played 1 meter away. So it's easier to make that pass. But if you stay just close to the goal, it's really difficult to drop the ball, and even more difficult to score because you don't have that inertia. You should do it with your speed also.
Wow, he swam all the way over there and he's still swimming.
Yeah, amazing.
People who don't play underwater rugby. Okay, attack from above.
Ooh. Look at
He's
that.
using the wall to protect himself, and there are really very many Tutsner players involved in this, so it's not good for Tutsner. But the ball drops out, down, and Malsh gets it.
Is he able to pass? No, 3 against 1 for a moment.
3 against 1, and now Tutsner comes up with it.
Is he able to get away? Really clever thing for Malsh to just grab the guy, preventing him for doing it, passing. And now the Malsh get it again. So they have a good quality, I would say. It's the quality that I've seen is equal. The thing is that the goal came maybe a bit too easy for Dutserne.
Well, Malsh has 10 minutes, more than 10 minutes left that they can.
Yeah, sure. There is still enough time. They just have to keep up the tempo.
But both of these teams have been aggressive around the goal. It's not a question of this being one-sided. It's not been one-sided.
But of course, again, like in the other match, the closer we come to the final whistle, the more risks Malsh has to do. More aggressive and more. They just have to spend more time diving, take more risks in their own defense. That's the way to do the score if you're behind.
Breathing on the surface, is he going to pass or go for it? He drops it.
Dutserne has no problem. Only thing that they must do this defense sequence. That is one thing. They must dive all the time. Little by little spending, and if you do that a long time, then it eats your energy in a way. But of course, the energy is being spent in the attacking also and maintaining the control. Now the Dutserne has it. We can see the windy Helsinki, maybe a little rainy.
Okay.
So it's the perfect day for good
it's going
underwater
back and
rugby.
Forth.
I would say
They're
the
fighting
possession.
hard for the ball, and
but still, Malsh has more possession to the ball. Let's see if they can take the advantage. It's not the game of
1-on-3.
Holding 1-on-3.
The ball's batted out.
Yeah. He tries it, I think it's not much point doing that by himself, just spending the energy. But of course, you must make the contacts, and you must. Now there is no defense for a moment, but then now something is going to happen if they can keep up with it. More pressure.
That was a good attack by Malsh.
No one is now changing from the Malsh side, so it seems that the same people have been in the pool for a moment. I didn't see, at least in half a minute, maybe a minute, no one was changing.
This kind of scrum fights where your arms get torn off.
Now one guy swimming back all the way.
At this level, there are several players in every team who believe they can score if they get any sort of chance. They go for it.
Yeah. And that's the way it has to be, if you have an opportunity, you have to use it. Otherwise, there is not going to be goals. That's for sure. Everybody has to be able to attack 1-1, even 1-2 if there is a good chance and good opportunity. Trying to pass a little bit, well done by the defender actually, grabbing the ball, passing upwards.
Passing up,
excellent
not so easy.
Pass, and again down, excellent. Look at that Malsh now. They are so aggressive. Though no one was below back there. So it's a little risk now, but that's what they got to do. Wisely he didn't pass because there were these Dutserne guys watching.
Okay.
And again. Now there are some blue.
It's a mess around the goal.
Yeah. Look at that. Still a chance, a great chance actually there.
Nice
the goalkeeper is holding it really neatly. It was well done by the defense. Still Malsh has it. And again, I haven't seen, because I'm watching with my other eye. They are not changing the players while they are attacking.
Coming in like this with the same pace. It's
amazing.
Tough.
It really takes stamina to make these 5, maybe even 10 dives in attack.
But now they're up to the surface.
They are there on the surface, but still no one is changing on the Malsh side. So they're really giving all the energy they have, pushing the players down. That is a good trick when somebody is spending too much time with the ball. This was well played by the Malsh guy, actually protecting the ball with his body once he got the pass. And again, a bow. Is he able to grab? No, he's not. And no new Malch guys are swimming to change. Well, they must change at some point. Now they're on the defense. Let's see if they have strength to defend
away.
still.
Yes.
Two guys, both of them are coming out.
A little less than 6 minutes remaining in the game. And
Yeah.
Tutsuna has a...
It was this one guy who had the ball. He kept it. He gave the needed time for his teammates to change. Now, most, if not all, the Malch guy had a break. They could change. It was extremely important. They had to go a little bit back way towards the goal. They got all the 6 players changed. Now let's see. It's 5.5 minutes to go.
So Tutsuna can go away from this and start out the season.
Look at that.
Oh.
Such a close one, that one. Still is something's going on. Where's the ball? Still passing. So now I must give credit
It's
to...
great the way they come straight back in again.
Yeah.
So they keep the tempo.
The whole this half, I don't know. There hasn't been too many tries from Tutserne to attack to Mal's side. So Mal's has been really strong. Really strong. Let's see. Again, these same players have been now like more than a minute in the water already, maybe 2 minutes. No changing. Of course, you cannot really do it. Now number 12 from Mal's.
Oh, they got a chance. They got to get a chance. He's pushing.
No. Excellent, excellent save.
That was a risky situation there.
But again,
they
coming.
created a new one. And he's coming in from above. He's working.
Only one player has changed. Number 12, Johannes Wiesel, had chance to go to change. And now it is the referee. And what has happened? Okay, it's a free throw for timeout for which team? 4 minutes in the clock. So blue team, Mal's takes the timeout, and perhaps they needed it. They used so much energy on the attacking side, and what I saw is that the players didn't change much, very little. So it meant that some of the guys had actually 2 minutes. I don't know how many dives you do in 2 minutes. You do maybe more than 10 dives.
Intense.
10 dives. Amazing strength, amazing stamina they have.
And one of the difficulties for the referees is that when you have 3 or 4 people fighting very hard around the goal, it's very hard to judge. Like, did somebody hit somebody in the mask or something like that? Everything happens, it's over.
Yes.
And
it takes experience. You need the experience as a referee to be able to call the right calls. You know,
Yes.
I've done some refereeing in the Finnish league.
Kind of situation, one of the coaches that I had, he said, when you go into the goal to score, it's going to hurt. Get ready for some pain.
Yeah.
Because you cannot score if you do not come in to fight against these people who are stopped. And you can see that Malch, they are willing to suffer. They will.
And it was quite amazing in the way that they could retain the ball in the Dudenser end. So for so many, it was 5 minutes continuous pressure. Amazing.
And Tutsuna, they are very calm. They are somehow able to deal with this.
And I must give credit to the defense and the goalkeepers, because Malch had multiple tries, maybe not excellent opportunity, but still maybe 10 tries on the goal. Here we go again. So it's 4 minutes to go. Okay, both teams of course had their 1 minute to rest, to breathe, regain the energy.
So 3.5 minutes basically remaining, and that was a classical. There was a holding there, but it happened very quickly, and since both players were going for the ball, the referee just doesn't call it. So.
Yeah. Sometimes if two person is going for the ball at the same time, it's difficult to judge.
They grab each other. Yeah, it's difficult.
And also,
I'm not criticizing the referee. I'm just saying that's what happens.
And this holding is actually because once you have,
Dingle, he tried to get the holding call, but it wasn't given to him. Should have, but
look at that. Look at that. Excellent. Excellent. That was a really high quality. It wasn't an easy ball to grab it like that. And then protect it.
Well, it's looking better and better for
Tutsen
now
because
time is running out.
Time is running out, and now Malsh hasn't made anything in a minute.
It's more likely that you make a mistake when you're trying very hard to score.
Sure.
Oh, nice.
And now it's 2.5 minutes, so now the Malsh side really they have to get themselves together for an attack.
Deflected pass, they got it. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining.
Well done by the Malsh player. He really worked for it and he got it. Now he needs a teammate to pass the ball on.
They're